makes Lakewood so challenging? I'll tell you, to a player, it's technical. Iron shots are the difference. You get your irons, you get your wedges, and your putter in harmony, good things can happen. The greens that have a lot of slopes and can be a little bit unforgiving at times. Just like this lie up on the hillside. While you like the wet grass for the greens, to attack the pins, you especially as a golfer do not like wet grass in the rough. Thicker, heavier, harder to escape from. And while this looks like a pretty vantage point, the challenge is pretty overwhelming. We are prepared now to witness the second shot on the sixth for Hwang Youmin. She is prepared as best as she could be. It's 108. She's 5.7 meters above the pin, and she is going to try to reach the back, that top plateau that you can just make out. Considering where she was, that is more than a satisfactory result. She'll roll back, and in fact, the slip might help her with a little extra meter, let's call it that, and tip our caps and applaud the effort for Hwang Youmin. The margin between the champion and her closest adversary is 5 strokes, convincing victory. Here's Hwang Youmin. Looking for 3 under. The break starts, but she started from 2 inside a position, and some of that ball is hovering over the edge of the cup. Holes ago, but she sees a dash beside the number alongside her name. Ultimately ends at a 72. Huh, says Hwang Youmin. Not sure. Tough one here in the sand. Needs to get up and down in a hurry. Glanced off the ball marker of her group mates, but it was always going to be tough to get the spin required. Hwang Youmin to go to 3 under, 1 back. It's going to be uphill. It's going to need to carry some speed. She splits the markers of her group mates and drops it in. 7 holes, 3 birdies, tied for 5th position. Youmin loses the grip on the follow-through, and she sacrificed a little accuracy as a result. To 4 under. Next up, it is Youmin. 358. Distance on this par 4 eighth. She wants to try to stay on the front right. You can see the pin to the right of a bright red camera tower. She's right, but I don't know that I could accurately classify that as front right. She rolls off towards the back quadrant. Quickly refocusing and getting back down to business. A long way back, starting onto the line. This has half a chance, you know. Deserved applause for a valiant try. Shot. Youmin to close out the group. Closer to the first approach than the middle. She's also over on that right side. A rather tricky downhill putt with plenty of break in it. Coming up next. Keeping herself alive on this hole. Youmin on number 9 for birdie. Needs to stay straight, but that dream has long since vanished. Goes out with a 33, 1, 2, and 7, the holes on which she birdied. Youmin is next, 3 under, 33 on the way out. Starts with a 401-yard, 367-meter par 4. It is the second longest of all such holes. The par 4 is only number 13 as it beats by. Needs another tap to get the rest of the way there. Youmin, with that drive, found herself slightly in the rough, off to the left. And with her second shot, she goes all the way to the back. There's a lot to discuss and plan for here, ultimately. And the foresight, the skill, and maybe just a smidge of luck when we're talking about 20-meter putt for birdie. Give it her best try. She needs it to pick up some speed and also stay true. Speed was almost perfect. That's at 99%. The line will give it a 95. Flag can stay in, she says. It's a tap in par. 132 players in the field. Sometimes you walk up to the start of the next hole and you then have to stand there for a little while. She's away at last, parring number 10. All smiles. She is tied for 6th. Bogey free on the way out. Youmin extra oomph on the long drive. They cannot win this tournament in 18 holes, but they can definitely lose it. Getting a feel for the course, getting comfortable in the major and all the pressure that comes with it. All a part of the Thursday. Next up is Youmin Hwang. High lofted approach over the sand trap. She is the furthest from the pin of the group. And aren't able to replicate the magic. We came close. The dart to the middle of the green. So good start on the par 3 for Youmin Hwang. Youmin for birdie. On 12. Looking to get up. So too much work.
플레이하겠습니다.
Listen and look out, in fact. And a couple more bounces down the cart path. I am quite confident in saying that will be Hwang Youmin's longest drive of the week. Hwang Youmin in the rough after that ricocheting drive down the cart path. Only 90 meters to go, and though she was given a gift, she squanders it and ends up in the sands. Keep her within 4 or 5. From the sands, going to undo the mistake. That is 3. She'll have a putt for par. Wow, she was patient. And she She uses just about every one of her tricks to skywards, frustrated, mystified in some senses. No such difficulties for Hwang Youmin. She finds the fairway. Hwang Youmin on 14, the par 4. Just about level with the flag when she landed. It's interesting allotment. Reaching for new heights. And here we go then. That will send a bolt of electricity through this group and into the crowd. Co-leader Hwang Youmin up to 4 under. An improbable. This is the history hole. Look back, stroll down memory lane if you would. You mean she's a co-leader now, 204, second shot on the par 5. Here we go. She is dynamite with this club. And she uses her power to her great advantage. She clears the water and will roll a long way back. Now it's a putt for eagle. She just needs the birdie. She gets there in 2. She'll be the first to reach 5 under. It's 22 meters for an eagle. She does not need the eagle, of course, for the lead. Realistically, she wants 20 of these 22 meters and she'll take the rest. Starting left. It's going to pick up some speed. It's not quite going to be enough, though. That's certainly not an automatic putt. And now we can go to 15. Hwang Youmin. This is a look at a birdie. Left to right, looking for the outright lead. No! Wow. Oh! I take it back. That surprised everyone. Gravity does its thing. It's back-to-back birdies, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is your new leader. I'll say that's one of the most delayed drops I can remember seeing, certainly on this tour. It's funny, they're going to slow this down, right? The replay operators. It has stopped at that point, and everyone goes, oh, caddy, golfer, announcer, supporters. But no. Well, you have to be lucky to be good, and sometimes good to be lucky as well. And she finally ending the birdie drought. Now, Youmin, she stands alone atop the leaderboard, 102. She has a bit too much torque as she swings through the follow-through. Immediately. And just a bit too fast and a bit too flat. Sailing past the hole. Youmin did last year. It's said to be about 913,000 American dollars, or 805,000 euros. Here is the tee shots. Call it 6.5, maybe even 7 meters. Back to 17. The lead's 1. Youmin can double that if she can reach 6 under par. Dramatic again, but no chance this time for a late save.